Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Discussions 76 Sports. If you see fit, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you see fit and you want to make a donation to the channel, that information is below in the description box. So I'll just jump right in. Well, I wanted to make hopefully a quick reaction video to Michigan's 59-0 victory over the University of Connecticut Huskies. A quick fact about me, guys. It's always, I want to make these post-game videos short. My brother is a video production guy, so he taught me how to add music and pictures and all kinds of gadgets to these videos. But sometimes it's cool to just keep it short, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So you might see pictures in this thing, you might not, you might hear music and you might not. These are all things you figure out in post-production. Anyway, so the Wolverines were predicted to win by, when I last checked, midweek, 45 points. They more than fulfilled that prediction. I don't know if they were predicted to completely shut Connecticut out, but that's what they did. By the way, I didn't realize that Connecticut was coached by Jim Mora Jr. We all know who Jim Mora Sr. is. Playoffs? Who said anything about playoffs? Don't talk to me about playoffs. We just want to win a game. Jim Mora Sr. So the Wolverines won handily, 59-0. I think that one of the things we were all going to be looking for is whether or not JJ would do what he did the previous week or surpass that. I'm going to read some of the statistics before I end this video, but I thought he looked really good. He had a command of the offense once again. He made some great throws. He got out and he ran. He got out and he threw on the run, sometimes throwing back across his body. And the offense, once again, I hate to sound like a broken record, looked like a well-oiled machine. But it seemed like today's formula was getting the ball down the field and then punching it in the end zone with Blake Corum. And as I'll describe when I look at the statistics, Blake scored 5 touchdowns today. So the offense looked good. I have no complaints there. There was a highlight catch that Ronnie Bell almost caught in the end zone, but it hit the turf. But I thought it was a good throw, and I thought that when I saw that, those are the throws that we want our quarterback to at least attempt. Those hero throws and catches. Those are the things that we want our quarterback and our offense to at least shoot for, especially when we're playing the top tier opponents like Ohio State and, as I'll describe at the end of this video, Penn State. So that was good. The offense looked really good. UConn couldn't get anything going offensively. They didn't score any points. And I thought that there were a lot of, from what I saw, again, I only saw the first half, because I had to drive somewhere, but I thought that there were a lot of balls that went up in the air, and there were a lot of opportunities for our defensive backs and linebackers to catch those balls for interceptions. And I think, if I didn't watch Johnny's reaction video to this yet, but I'm sure he pointed that out, because those are points and possessions that were left on the field, and against a top tier opponent like Ohio State, you want to capitalize off of those, so that our defensive backs and our linebackers have to do a better job of that going forward. So yeah, I was pleased with what I saw in the one half that I saw, but there's certainly more work to do going forward. In terms of the statistics, I'm going to run through these. These are all on the ESPN websites. You can go look up the box score there yourself if you want to go over these yourself with a fine-tooth comb. J.J. McCarthy went 15 for 18 for 214 yards. He didn't throw any touchdowns today. He had a quarterback rating of 62.5. I'm not going to read over Alan Bowman or Cade McNamara's stats. They didn't do much. Cade got a round of applause when he went into the game today. After last week's game, the Michigan fan base got chastised in the media for booing when Cade went in there. Some say it was because JJ got taken out and not those boos weren't at Cade per se, but he went into the game to some applause today. Blake Corum had a big game. He carried the ball 12 times for 71 yards, and he scored 5 touchdowns. His longest run was 20 yards. Ronnie Bell led the skill position players with 7 receptions for 96 yards. He didn't score any touchdowns. Blake had the majority of the touchdowns today. And I also saw that in that first half that I saw, A.J. Henning was able to return a punt. 65 yards, it looks like. He had 3 returns for 65 yards and 1 touchdown. So that return where he scored, I think that was 61 yards. The defense, as I described, it was a group effort. There were lots of tackles across the board. There were no sacks, and there were no interceptions. So I think that's something, again, they'll have to work on in practice, getting those tipped balls, getting all those opportunities there. Those are potential returns for touchdowns. Those are potential momentum swingers that we will need to capitalize on against the top tier opponents that we're going to face in Big Ten play. Jake Moody went 1 for 2. His long was 26 yards. He attempted a 60-yard field goal in that first half. It was accurate, but it was short. So, So that was pretty much it, guys. That was pretty much it. Those are the highlights for the stats. So next week, Big Ten play starts. We host Maryland, and I'm going to hold to my prediction that Michigan will go 4-0 in September. I still think our first true test will be on the road at Iowa. That some have said we'll win that one easily. I'll say that's a maybe. Now, I was just watching Penn State against Auburn. Penn State was up big on Auburn, and Gary Danielson said that Penn State will be contending for the Big Ten East. So for our fan base and for the Ohio State fan base, it looks like there's another contender in the division. So even though we're hosting Penn State, it looks like that's going to be a big game. And I see that Sean Clifford is still there. I thought that kid might have graduated, but that's probably going to be a big game because I think they have a bye, according to what they said on the broadcast right there. Penn State has a bye before they come to the Big House to play us. So Big Ten play starts next week. Look for a live stream leading up to the Maryland game. I think Buckeye Alex is going to come back and spread his gospel. So look for that. So the meat and potatoes of the season starts next week. So let me know what you all think in the comments section below. What did you think about today's lopsided victory over the UConn Huskies? What concerns do you have going into Big Ten play? What things do you think the Wolverines need to work on going into Big Ten play? Once again, if you see fit, shout out to Bo Lytle. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to make a donation to the channel. That information is below in the description box. You can also leave a super thanks. Also, please consider joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter. In addition to being a YouTube content creator, I'm also a writer working on a sports-related book. Go Blue. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.